I'm Olena. I'm 32. I'm a single mother. My husband walked out 2 years ago. He left without a word. I raise my kids alone. Sofia is 7. She's quiet but brave. She loves her dolls. Taras is 5, has small and curious. He builds with blocks. We live in a modest house. It's old. The roof leaks sometimes. The walls creak and wind. Life is tough. I work at a local market. The pay is low. I sell vegetables and fruits. We get by on little. The pantry is often bare. Last week the weather turned. Dark clouds gathered overhead. The forecast warned of rain. I glanced at it. I didn't think much of it. I trusted the old house. We were home. Sofia played with dolls. Her toys were worn and faded. Taras built blocks. His hands were tinny and shaky. I cooked soup. The pot bubbled on the stove. The wine picked up. Rain started. It grew heavy. Drops pounded the roof. The river nearby swelled. I heard a crash. A tree fell outside. Water seeped under the door. I panicked. My heart raced fast. I grabbed the kids. Sofia dropped her doll. It floated away. Taras left his blocks. They scattered. We ran to the basement. It was our safe spot. The stairs creaked under us. The door slammed shut. A loud crack followed. The house shifted hard. Debris blocked the exit. A beam crashed down. We were trapped. Water poured in. It rose fast. My breath caught in my throat. Sofia clung to me. Her arms shook with fear. Taras buried his face. His tears wet my shirt. The cold hit us. It chilled my bones. I felt helpless. My husband's absence hurt deeply. I feared for my kids. Hours passed. The water reached our ankles. It was icy and murky. I lifted Taras. My arms strained with effort. Sofia stood on tiptoes. Her legs wobbled under her. I looked for help. The windows were high. They were small and grimy. I couldn't reach them. The power cut out. Darkness fell like a blanket. I fumbled for my phone. The battery was low. I turned on the flashlight. It flickered weakly. Sofia shivered. Her teeth chattered loudly. Taras whimpered. His voice was faint and broken. I held them tight. My mind spun with worry. I remembered my husband. His leaving stung like a wound. I feared losing them forever. The water climbed. It hit our knees. It soaked my pants and chilled me. I dragged them to a table. It wobbled under our weight. I stacked chairs. They creaked and shifted. We climbed up. The table held barely. I prayed silently. My lips moved in desperation. No one came. The air grew damp. Mold smell filled the room. I coughed. My chest hurt. With each breath, Sofia sniffled. Her nose ran with mucus. Taras grew quiet. His eyes drooped heavily. I sang a lullaby. My voice shook with emotion. Hope slipped away. Days dragged on. Hunger set in. My stomach growled loudly. We had no food. A jug of water sat nearby. It was half full and dirty. I rationed it. 1 sip each. My throat burned with thirst. Sofia's lips dried. They cracked and blowed. Taras asked for bread. His voice was weak and small. I lied. I said rescuers were close. He nodded weakly. I felt guilt. My choice trapped us here. The cold bit deeper. My fingers numbed completely. I rubbed their hands. Sofia's cough worsened. It rattled in her chest. Taras slept more. His breathing slowed dangerously. I feared sickness. I tore my sleeve. The fabric ripped with effort. I made a crude filter. We drank murky water. It tasted bitter and full. My stomach churned violently. Sofia gagged. Her face paled with nausea. Taras drank anyway. His hands shook uncontrollably. I kept going. They needed me to survive. It was the second day. The water stilled. It lapped gently against the table. Sofia pointed. She saw a crack. It was in the wall. Water leaked through slowly. I banged on it. My knuckles bled. The pain stung sharply. Taras helped. His tinny fists hit the wall, the crack grew. It widened slightly with effort, but it jammed. The wall held firm against us. We couldn't break it. I sat back. Exhaustion hit. My body ached all over. The third day came. My strength faded. Sofia's cough rattled louder. Her chest heaved with each breath. Taras barely moved. His skin felt warm to the touch. I feared pneumonia. I wrapped them in a blanket. It was damp and heavy. I checked the phone. The battery died completely. Darkness returned. I felt despair. My heart sank into my chest. A sound broke the silence. It was distant and muffled. I shouted. My voice cracked with strain. No reply came. I kept yelling. My throat hurt badly. The sound faded. I cried quietly. Tears mixed with the water on my face. The fourth day arrived. The water rose again. It lapped at our chins. It was freezing and dirty. We balanced on the table. Sofia held Taras. Her arms trembled with fatigue. I stood on a chair. It tipped under me. I caught the edge. My hands slipped on the wet wood. I pulled up. My arms ached terribly. I prayed harder. My voice whispered in the dark. A noise came back. It was louder this time. I screamed for help. My voice echoed off the walls. The sound grew. It was voices. Rescuers were near. They hammered the wall. The noise was deafening. Water gushed out. It pulled us toward the breach. They pulled us up in. They were stunned. We were alive. Mud covered us. My legs gave out. I fell to the ground. Paramedics rushed over. They carried heavy bags. They wrapped us in blankets. The fabric scratched my skin. Sofia got oxygen. Her breathing eased slowly. Taras was checked. His pulse was weak and faint. I drank water. It was warm and stale. My hands trembled violently. News crews showed up. Cameras flashed in my eyes. They called us survivors. My ex called. His voice shook with emotion. He offered money. Doctors examined us. They used stethoscopes and thermometers. They found dehydration. We stayed in hospital. It was 2 days. Sofia's cough cleared. Her color returned to her cheeks. Taras gained strength. His smile came back faintly. I cried. Relief washed over me like a wave. We went home. The house was ruined. Walls collapsed into rubble. The roof was gone. Neighbors came. They brought clothes. A woman gave soup. It was hot and savory. I started a fund. It helped flood victims. The village gathered. They cleared debris. Sofia drew pictures. Her cranes scratched on paper. Taras played with blocks. His hands moved slowly. I found work. It was part-time at a store. Life moved forward. The story spread. A reporter visited. He asked questions. Our tale inspired donations. Hope returned. The community rebuilt. A memorial plaque went up. We survived together. I thanked the rescuers. They smiled warmly. Sofia hugged me. Her arms were tight around me. Taras laughed. His voice was clear again. I felt whole. The fund grew. It aided others. My ex sent support. He sent clothes. We talked briefly. The village held a meeting. They planned better shelters. I joined them. My voice mattered. Sofia started school. She carried a heavy bag. Taras learned to read. His books piled up. I saved money. We got a new place. The past faded. The community thrived. A festival honored us. I spoke there. Tears fell down my face. My kids grew strong. Hope stayed with us. Months passed. The new house settled. The floors creaked softly. Sofia made friends. They giggled outside. Taras loved his room. He drew on walls with chalk. I worked steadily. The pay was better. The fund expanded. It helped nearby towns. Neighbors visited. They brought bread. A man fixed our fence. My ex stayed involved. He sent gifts. A toy truck came. The village rebuilt fully. A park opened. Sofia played there. She stung high. Taras chased butterflies. His feet ran fast. I led a safety group. We trained for floods. My confidence rose. A year later, life improved. The fund became a charity. I managed it. Sofia excelled in art. She painted canvases. Taras joined a club. He kicked a ball. My ex and I company parented. He visited often. The community grew. A school added my story. I taught a class. Kids listened. Dima, a friend, helped. He fixed our roof. Hope to find us. 2 years on, the charity thrived. Sofia won an award. She held a trophy. Taras read books. His eyes shone. I got a raise. The house felt homey. My eggs remarried. His wife was kind. She baked cookies. The village held events. I spoke at them. The past healed. 3 years later, the legacy grew. The charity saved homes. Sofia studied hard. She did homework. Taras played sports. He scored goals. I led meetings. The community honored us. A statue rose. My journey inspired. 4 years on, life bloomed. The charity went regional. Sofia dreamed big. She planned college. Taras grew tall. He joined a team. I wrote a guide. The village prospered. Hope lit our way. 5 years later, the story endured. The charity helped nations. Sofia entered college. She packed bags. Taras joined teams. He wore a jersey. I retired partly. The community thrived. My past strengthened me. The house stood firm. 6 months later, the charity grew. I hired staff. They were eager. Sofia called home. Her voice was cheerful. Taras sent photos. He grinned. The village held fairs. I sold crafts. My hands worked. My eggs helped more. He built a shed. The park added swings. Kids laughed loudly. I taught safety. People listened. A year and a half on, the legacy deepened. The charity saved towns. Sofia studied science. Taras played music. I wrote letters. The community rallied. A bridge rose. 2 years later, life flourished. The charity expanded. Sofia interned. Taras joined bands. I led projects. The house glowed. My eggs visited often. The village thrived. 3 years on, the impact grew. The charity aided regions. Sofia graduated. Taras performed. I spoke widely. The community honored us. 4 years later, the story inspired. The charity went national. Sofia worked labs. Taras toured. I mentored. The house stood tall. My past shaped me. 5 years on, the legacy endured. The charity changed lives. Sofia led research. Taras recorded albums. I retired fully. The village prospered. Hope lit our path. 6 months later, the charity grew more. I trained volunteers. Sofia wrote papers. Taras sang songs. The village built homes. I joined efforts. A year and a half on, the impact spread. The charity saved families. Sofia taught classes. Taras played gigs. I led talks. The community grew. 2 years later, the legacy thrived. The charity went global. Sofia researched floods. Taras joined festivals. I spoke at events. The house welcomed all. 3 years on, the story inspired. The charity aided nations. Sofia won grants. Taras recorded hits. I mentored youth. The village prospered. 4 years later, the journey lived. The charity changed policies. Sofia led teams. Taras toured widely. I wrote guides. The community honored us. 5 years on, the legacy endured. The charity transformed lives. Sofia innovated. Taras inspired. I retired happily. The village thrived. Hope